Today's video is brought to you by Jack Daniel's whiskey and cola premixed cocktail. That sounds refreshing. Cheers to you all. Okay, let's start the actual video here. Hello Internet, this is Olin from What I'm Listening To. I hope you all are continuing to stay safe, stay healthy, keeping those hands nice and clean, and continue to wear that mask when you go outside. Why not? It's not hurting anybody. It's keeping us pretty safe, I think. We are here once again doing another edition of Unwrapping. The last Unwrapping video I made, I had a lot of fun doing, and I wanted to do another one. So here we are. If you haven't done so already, you should go ahead and watch the first Unwrapping video. But if you don't feel like doing that, then here's the scoop. I will be presenting to you all brand spanking new CDs, not opened, still in their plastic wrap. I'll talk about what they are, and then we're gonna open them up and dive in to see what's inside. So with all of that being said, let's get started. Oh shit, I need the most important thing here. The trusty CD stand. It should have gotten that earlier. And the first CD I have for you today, I have David Bowie's classic album, Space Oddity. This is not David's first album, it's his second album, and it's easily one of my favorites. It has the iconic track, Space Oddity, hence the name, but that song should not be the only reason you check this album out. This entire thing is fantastic. It's a much more folky sounding album compared to the later glammy stuff and the even more experimental stuff he does later on. There are hints of glam rock here and there on here, but it's still more folk oriented and it's still very, very good. This particular edition actually features a whole new mix of the album. Producer Tony Visconti, which I think he mixed the original album, went back and remixed the entire thing, so it's got a whole new sound to it. Kind of in the same vein as the Beatles' White Album and the Sgt. Pepper's albums, they were later re-released with completely new mixes that brought a much more deeper sound to what the original mixes sounded like. But I have yet to listen to the new mixes on here, and I am incredibly excited to have this. So let's open this up and see what's inside. David Bowie, Space Oddity 2019. I'm just noticing it's the 50th anniversary. Absolutely mental. You can see packaging here, kind of minimal. The cover used to be, this was up all over the jacket in its entirety. Now it's just kind of condensed down. The back cover is not that crazy painting that was originally there, just the track listing, but I'm sure the painting is somewhere inside. So let's open this up. Okay, put that off to the side there. Oh, it slides out. Oh, look at that. Did not see that one coming. Okay. Well, what's on the back here? That's a different piece of art that I remember. Maybe it's the same thing in just a different color scheme. I have no idea. But that jacket there was not expecting. That's pretty cool. Very glorious photo of Mr. Bowie. And we have a fold out here. Looks like all of this is lyrics. And then the disc is in here. Here's the track listing, 2019. Cool. Yeah, this should be a fantastic listen. So looking forward to hearing these remixes. You'd like to know me well, but I've got things inside my head that even I can't face. The next CD I have for you today, I have Guided by Voices, Earthman Blues. This is the most recent release by Guided by Voices in their very, very lengthy discography. I swear, this band puts out at least one record a year, most likely 2 or 3 records a year. The main guy in this band is just a songwriting machine, but that's okay because he writes really, really catchy melodic music. We played this album upon its release at Amoeba, and I was instantly into it, so naturally I bought myself a copy. I have since yet to listen to it, evident because I haven't even opened up the CD, but let's crack it open and see the contents inside. Earthman Blues in a John H. Morrison musical production. Cool collage-like cover. I think they have done this in the past with some of their other albums. But then again, they have so many albums that it's hard to keep track of. Open it up. And the moon is the disc. That's very cool. Let's see if there's any collage underneath. If I can get the disc out. That's silly. Let's see if there's any booklets. I like this piece too. That looks pretty cool. There's a kid holding a balloon. Looks like this is this a book or it's a fold out? Oh no, it's a book. Oh no, yeah, it's totally a book. I'm stupid. Didn't even see the staples there. Yeah, just lyrics. Nothing much else to it. Cool. Yeah, this should be a fun listen. We'll see if the band comes out with another album or two later this year. But I'm afraid, man, that I'm a fast ride. Now's not soon, I'm failing to, but I come undone. The next CD I have for you today, I have Pauline Oliveros, Accordion and Voice. Pauline Oliveros is a huge influence to the world of experimental and electronic music for that matter. She was one of the first female musicians who made post-war electronic music, which was such a odd thing for that time, but her material is incredible and should not be ignored when you're diving into the history of electronic music, or experimental music for that matter. This is a reissue of her album, Accordion and Voice, and it sounds just like how it's titled. It's 2 very long tracks featuring her playing accordion and singing. From what I understand, these are some of her first recordings she did as a solo musician, and their sound is, I guess you could call it meditative. It sounds like she's just taken a microphone and just recorded her improvising on the accordion wherever she is. But I have yet to listen to these songs in their entirety, and I was excited to find this in the 20th century avant-garde section of Amoeba. So let's crack this open and see the contents inside. This, I definitely need to keep this sticker, which is a nice little write-up about Pauline. Even something by John Cage. That's cool. Back cover here. I'm assuming this is what the original jacket looks like in the original LP release. I can't be too sure. I'd have to look that up. That off. There's the cover in all its glory without the sticker, but let's first preserve this here sticker. You can see that I paid a whopping $14.98 for this at Amoeba. Cool, got that. Put that off to the side there. And inside the CD itself, we have a very nice write-up on Pauline, and I'm assuming the recording of the album. Doesn't look like there's any booklets, it's just all written on the jacket itself. A zoom in of her playing the accordion, and I'm assuming all Yep, it's all red behind her. There, behind that disc. Okay. But yeah, this is nice. I'm looking forward to listening to this, and I'm looking forward to reading everything that's said inside this here jacket. The next CD I have for you today is a compilation. I have Somewhere Between. This is yet another wonderful compilation provided by Light in the Attic. Light in the Attic has been doing God's work with these amazing compilations full of Japanese music that have never been heard outside of Japan. They're exposing us to amazing, amazing music. In the past, they've done a compilation on new age and ambient music. They've done some compilations on city pop, and now this is fascinating stuff. I think it's best if I just read the full title of this. Somewhere Between Mutant Pop, Electronic Minimalism, and Shadow Sounds of Japan from 1980 to 1988. If that doesn't sound appealing, I don't know what does. Naturally, being a fan of experimental music and all the other Light in the Attic's compilations I've listened to, I had to pick this up. I have not listened to a single thing off of this CD, but I am so very excited to give it a full listen. So let's crack this open and see the insides here. I think this is just a slide off the spine, which I will definitely have to preserve. I think I talked about it in my last unwrapping vlog, but CDs that are released in Japan, and I'm assuming vinyl too, always has, has something like this on their spines. So it seems very appropriate that Light in the Attic did something similar. Nice little write-up on what to expect inside. An advertisement showing more Light in the Attic releases. We'll put that off to the side. Let's look at the back cover here. What's interesting is the iTunes release only has 8 of these songs. I think also the digital version on Bandcamp, but this was exciting to see that there's 13 tracks, so even more content. There's the disc, and then I think the art behind the disc, if you want to call it art. It's stuck on there. Oh, Somewhere Between. I'm really beating you over the head with the name of this. Let's see if there's a booklet. It's feeling pretty thick. I hope that there's a small breakdown of each musician featured on here. This is a lengthy write-up, it looks like. Very lengthy write-up. To give that a read later on. And then is there... Okay, yeah, so these look like original releases, and then notes on each song here. Very cool. Yeah, I'm excited to listen to this one. Like I said, I have not listened to a single thing from this, and I think it'll be a great listen. Before I forget, let's take this here spine, let's tuck it in there, make sure it's nice and secure. Voila, we've preserved it all. The final CD I have for you today, I have Michael Nesmith's Different Drum. Michael Nesmith is best known for being a member of the Monkees, but beyond the Monkees, he actually had a pretty successful solo career. And in fact, he made country music instead of the jangle pop stuff that the Monkees were doing in the 60s. And quite frankly, the stuff Michael does is fantastic. As a child, Listen to the Band was up there being one of my favorite Monkees songs. I loved how different it sounded compared to songs like Daydream Believer, Last Train to Clarksville, and I'm Not Your Stepping Stone. Much like how I enjoyed listening to Ringo Starr's songs in the Beatles because he didn't really sing that much. Michael Nesmith was very similar. He didn't sing on a lot of Monkey songs, but when he did, I was paying attention. This CD is a compilation featuring 22 unreleased tracks. These tracks are lost recordings from RCA, released for the first time. We played this in store at Amoeba, and I had no idea it was Michael Nesmith until an alternate recording of Listen to the Band came on, and I got my attention. From that point on, I paid very close attention to this, and I ended up loving every single thing that played. Even the last 8 tracks, which are just instrumentals, I thoroughly enjoyed. So of course, I bought myself a copy. Haven't even opened it yet. I'm incredibly excited to see the contents inside, so let's waste no time. Let's crack this open and see what's inside here. I'm just realizing now that this Michael Nesmith album is the only jewel case that I'm showing off today, everything else being in a digipack. I guess he prefers the old school CD packaging, and that's cool. But it does make it somewhat more difficult to open up here. I wonder if I should try to preserve that 22 unreleased track sticker. I will think about that as I'm exploring the contents in here. There's the classic RCA logo on the CD here. Side 1, huh? Interesting. I wonder if that implies that there's going to be a side 2 with even more content. That might be interesting. There's Michael in all his glory. And let's see the booklet here. That's the one thing about jewel cases, is getting the book out can sometimes be a little tricky. There we go. This feels pretty meaty, so I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of information about Michael and some young pictures of him. Another read-up that I will have to do. This photo shoot is so funny. He's an all-American man. That's pretty cool. He's about to eat his arm. This is a very lengthy write-up, my god. Cool. And then this looks like, oh wow, so liner notes on who performs on the album. Trying to see if there's any notable musicians here that are popping out. I unfortunately am a bit ignorant when it comes to country music, so there might be some names that country fans will immediately recognize and I'm just not seeing, but whatever. When I learn more about country music, I'll come back to this and see if I know anybody. This is very, very nice. Yeah, looking forward to re-listening to this one again. Good old Michael.
Lady, drum a little bit louder. Tell me I can live without her if I only listen to the band, listen to the band.
Alrighty then, internet, that does it for me. Hey, if you have any new CDs or vinyl or cassettes that you just got in your collection, let me know what they are. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear them. Also, if you like this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll show me the support and I'll love your face for it. And you can also follow me on Instagram for even more music. I post a new album on there semi-frequently, talk a little bit about it, and it gives you a bit of an insight of what else is in my collection. So, thanks again for watching. This is Olin from What I'm Listening To, signing out. Goodbye.